If you're in the market to finally dive into VR, or if you already have a headset and want to upgrade, spring of 2019 is going to be crazy awesome. There are so many headsets lined up for release. Which one should you buy? Let's take a look at all the specs of everything new that's coming out and decide. And the very first headset I would like to talk about is the one that I'm very excited about and will likely get for myself, and that is Oculus Quest. We don't know when exactly this headset will be shipping, but the announcement will likely come at F8 at the end of April. This headset is going to cost $399 US, and this is a completely standalone system. That is, you don't need an expensive PC to run VR. It's going to be completely wireless with 6 degrees of freedom with inside-out tracking. Let's take a look at what's under the hood of Oculus Quest. First things first, because it's not going to be connected to an expensive PC, so it's not going to be able to run on an expensive GPU. What it's going to have inside is a CPU, the Qualcomm Snapdragon 835. Now, it is a bit of an older mobile CPU, but that should be enough to run the games. What we're going to have is 1440 by 1600 per eye resolution on this headset, which is already larger than the original Rift or Vive. The only thing is that the refresh rate is now going to drop to 72 Hz. Oculus Rift CV1 and HTC Vive usually run at 90 Hz. We're also losing the integrated headphones and getting the integrated speakers instead, which personally I don't mind for a mobile system, and you can always plug in your own headphones if you'd like. What this headset is keeping though is the hardware IPD adjustment that goes from roughly 58mm to 72mm, just like Rift CV1, and it's going to have the same field of view as the original Rift at roughly 100 degrees. The tracking of the Quest controllers as well as the headset itself is going to be done by the new Insight system, and that relies on 4 cameras. Usually for inside-out tracking systems like for Windows Mixed Reality you only have 2 cameras, but this one will have 4. There's already a whole list of interesting games that are going to be coming to the Quest, and I have my own favorites picked out for the next video, but we are confirmed to be able to have cross-play within the stores as well as cross-buy options depending on if the developer allows for it. For example, something like Beat Saber, you will be able to play them both on the Quest and the Rift, and you possibly don't even have to buy it anymore if you have it in the Oculus store already. I am very excited for the Oculus Quest to come out because now I don't have to be tethered to my actual gaming PC. I can go anywhere in the world and showcase VR to anybody that I want out there. So far, the only headset that can challenge that we know is coming out this spring is Vive Focus Plus. Now this one is a very special case. It is coming out mid-April, actually April 15th is its release date, but it comes at $800 price tag. Just like Oculus Quest, it will have Qualcomm Snapdragon 835 processor with 1440 by 1600 resolution for each eye. The refresh rate is a little bit higher at 75 Hz compared to the 72 on Quest, and it does still have the hardware IPD adjustment, although we don't know exactly what is the measurement for that. This is an enterprise level headset though, so I don't think many gamers will be interested in it, particularly because we know it has a lot of tracking issues based on the reviewers from CES. At double the price for Oculus Quest, this particular headset just makes no sense to buy. The only other similar interesting offering from Vive is Vive Cosmos, that is built as a VR for everyone with an easy setup, a comfortable design and modular capabilities, and it says that Vive Cosmos goes beyond everything you could want in one device. That is its selling tagline, but we know almost nothing about this particular headset. We don't even know when it's coming out, so I'm not going to discuss it in this particular video. It's not going to be coming out this summer, at least as of making of this video. If something changes, I will make a video about Cosmos by itself. So we're going to just disregard Cosmos at this point in time. But speaking of enterprise level headsets, HP is throwing his hat in the ring as well with an awesome HP Reverb that's going to be available at the end of April, and it comes at a $600 price tag. It is primarily enterprise hardware, but it will come as a consumer edition at $600 as well as the professional edition at $650. In a consumer version you get the washable face fabric cushion, and with the professional edition you get the leather face cushion, smaller cable for a backpack VR laptop, and a commercial warranty. This is a tethered headset, so it has to be plugged into a VR-capable PC, and it does come with integrated headphones, although they are removable if you want to have your own headphones. Now, where this headset really shines is that it's going to have 2160 by 2160 resolution per eye. That is unheard of in all of the headsets available so far, and it will have a 90 Hz refresh rate. This beast of a headset will require DisplayPort 1.3 to handle all that video bandwidth, and it is said to have the field of view of 114 degrees. Although this is still a Windows mixed reality headset, the design of the headband has shifted to that of the Rift C V1. That is, they ditched the halo band in favor of the strap in the middle. Now where this headset starts to fall short is that it doesn't have any hardware IPD adjustment. The lenses are fixed at 63mm apart, and the software adjustment is supposed to accommodate from 55mm to 71mm. But I think the biggest downside to HP Reverb is the fact that it only has a 2-camera inside-out tracking, which is quite standard for the Windows mixed reality, but still that is not enough to precisely track your controllers as well as your headset. And hands-on reviewers noted that you do tend to lose your controllers now and then if they are out of the view of the cameras. Still though, the amazing resolution that HP Reverb will provide left a lot of people hoping that that is exactly where the next iteration of Rift will go. But Oculus Rift S went in a bit of a different direction. It has been announced to a bit of a lukewarm reaction, but this is still quite a formidable headset in my opinion. Just like Oculus Quest is going to cost $399 and likely we're gonna get an announcement about the shipment dates once again at the end of April at F8, although none of that has been confirmed. That is just my stipulation for both Quest and the Rift. And as you start to compare Oculus Quest and Rift S, you start to see that Rift S is kind of a downgrade in several instances. Particularly, the resolution on Rift S is going to be 1280 by 1440 per eye. That's quite a downgrade from the 1440 by 1600 per eye on Quest. The refresh rate is going to be 80Hz, which is above the Oculus Quest 72Hz, but still below the 90Hz which is available on the original Rift C V1. And the field of view is said to be slightly larger than that of the Rift, which is 100 degrees, but we don't know the exact number for the Rift S just yet. Just like with Quest, we are losing our integrated headphones and getting the integrated speakers instead. But the main thing that we are losing on Rift S from both the Quest and the original Rift is that there's going to be no hardware IPD adjustment. You can check out my whole video about that in a link in the description down below, but basically now the lenses are fixed at 63.5mm apart, which is going to be optimal for users with an IPD from 61.5 to about 65.5. But there is software adjustment that is supposed to accommodate 58 to 72mm IPD. The good thing in my opinion is now Rift S is ditching the whole Constellation sensor tracking system. It's going to use inside tracking just like the Quest, but it will have 5 cameras, so 4 in the periphery and the 5th one on top for better controller tracking. That simplifies the whole setup for the Rift, and it's almost reason enough to upgrade, aside from the fact that the resolution is now going to be better at 1280 by 1440 per eye compared to Rift C V1, and all the hands-on reviews coming in so far point to the fact that this is actually a very good headset, and I'm almost ready to upgrade, almost if it wasn't for one little thing. And of course the elephant in the room is the fact that Valve Index has been announced. Now it's very tough to talk about this particular headset because so little is known about it, except for the fact that it has been leaked but confirmed by Valve that the pre-orders are going to be happening in early May after the official announcement, and the shipment is targeted for June. So technically this headset is coming out in spring 2019. This is why it is in this video. I could not include it. And actually, if you're curious about all the rumors surrounding the Valve Index, you can check out my video that's once again linked in the description down below. Right now we don't know what the price of this headset is going to be. There's been no hints whatsoever. All we know that it will be available for purchase just as a headset itself, with the Valve Knuckles, now called Index controllers, being sold separately, as well as the Lighthouse system sold separately as well, or you can buy the whole thing as a package. No prices have been announced for anything in particular. I believe right now the average that people are predicting is going to be between $700 and $800 for the whole set, but we only have a few more weeks to wait before the actual price will be announced. Now the whole thing, in my opinion, is quite a shot across the bow of Oculus with the Rift S. Everything from the teaser picture featuring the hardware IPD adjustment slider to the timing of the announcement confirmed to be on May 1st, which follows exactly F8, which happens between April 30th and May 1st. It looks like Valve is targeting Oculus directly. So now many are dubbing Valve Index as a Rift 2. Of course, everything I'm about to say are pure speculations. None of this has been confirmed. All of these are pure speculation based on rumors, leaks and suppositions. So Valve Index will be coming with Valve Knuckles, and it will have the outside tracking Lighthouse 2.0 system. It will very likely have the minimum resolution of 1440 by 1600 per eye and have a refresh rate of 90Hz. Its field of view is supposed to be 135 degrees, which is much larger than any other headsets I discussed in this particular video. So there's a big debate right now whether Valve will be competing in price against Oculus or Vive. That'll really determine the price of the Valve Index. I highly doubt that they're going to be trying to undercut Oculus at its $399 price per headset, but they might match the price of Vive Pro or even go below it. Currently, I believe Vive Pro headset costs $799, that's just with the headset alone without the controllers or the Lighthouse system. So maybe Valve will bundle everything for $800, at least that is my speculation at this point in time. So as for me personally, I am definitely jumping on the Oculus Quest system. I cannot wait to see where the good mobile solution for VR will take us. So many amazing games have already been confirmed for Quest, and although you can expect some downgrades in graphics when you compare the same game on Quest to the one played on Rift, still I think the portability of the headset itself is going to be quite good for growing the VR industry. And as much as I would love to upgrade to Rift S from my current Rift system, I will hold out and wait until Valve Index confirms some of the specs and releases more information about their headset. So with that in mind, what kind of headset would you purchase? I'm kind of curious to hear your opinions on the whole spring 2019 lineup of HMDs. Thank you so much for watching. I'm Real and I'll see you in my next video.